Okay, hello, welcome to this podcast. Today we're going to talk about Reiki. My name is Melanie, and today I'm going to interview my friend Maria Catania. She's a third level Reiki practitioner. So she's going to be talking about some classes that she's doing soon, and we're going to talk about the experience of Reiki and how it can help you in your life and also your friends, your loved ones. So let's see, Maria is already here.
Hello,
Hello,
hello.
Maria.
Hello,
How are you?
Melanie. Fine, and you? Nice to see you here.
This is
So, we're talking about Reiki today.
yes, I'm so happy because I people done before Reiki to me, but
Yeah.
I'm not a practitioner. I never had. I mean, I had a chance to take the classes, but I never did. I think I was in a very comfortable position of not learning to do Reiki to other people, and I like the people did Reiki to me. So I really enjoy, and it's very relaxing, and it helps you a lot. So I'm very curious about how you experienced. How was your life prior to doing Reiki, and what made you take those steps to become a Reiki practitioner?
Well, for me, I also was recite Reiki before. I was really like it. But the thing of be practitioner have to do with some grow, a spiritual grow. No, when we want to go forward in our growing spiritual, it's nice Reiki. It's like it's one way to do it, and also it's like a way to cure yourself because when you make one time Reiki, it's very nice, it's beautiful, you feel peace inside of you, no, you feel very good, but it's still one thing is like a sending of Reiki, one day of Reiki that you can get cured. But when you are a practitioner and you do it all the time in yourself, you can cure some stuff that are more inside of you, no? Because it's a growing, develop process. So it's wonderful to recite Reiki. You can cure a lot of stuff. But I think there is a point that's you go to this point to be a practitioner for yourself. There is a lot of people who don't cure another person. It's not necessary like be a therapist or practitioner to make to another person. No, there is a lot of people who only do it for themselves. Not because there are it's like a way to do it. So
Yes.
I think yes, that is the stuff. And for me was like very they was help me a lot. Like for example, I was smoking tobacco before, and I'm stopped to smoking tobacco. Also have to do with a lot of praying, no? But I think also Reiki was help because you go to a point like you must to do it every day. There are people who don't do it every day, no? But the best stuff is like when you can, if you don't do it every day, at least 2 days you do it, and you have this in yourself. So you practice all the time with a lot of different stuff. No, you send Reiki more and more. So that's going and make you expand this life, no, expand this sensation of well-being. That is
Yes. So what I
important.
understand is that when you become a practitioner, you each part of your life is like when you start going to the gym and you're training and your muscles have to get stronger. It's the same with spirituality and with Reiki. You know, you have to show up, try to show up every day, and if not, to be part of your week. And you can choose to do it for yourself or maybe only people close to you, or you can go to people that you don't even know.
Exactly. And also, when you are in yourself, when you are in peace with yourself, it's more easy like your loved ones that are in peace too, because like you feel better, you don't scream. There are people who scream a lot. No, so you scream less. That's what happened with one person who I was making her Reiki, and she was in very stressed moment of her life, and his husband say, what happened with you today? Like what? And she say, Maria make me Reiki, yeah, because she was very like, you know Yeah, that's you can notice in yourself how you are more relaxed, you feel better. If more for me, Reiki is so good for all this part of stress. When you have a lot of stress, when you are in trauma, when you are in depression, all this stuff, Reiki really help you. Whatever the two in this moment, in that moment, when you are in that moment, or you take it or you make it, whatever, but go to Reiki, because I think Reiki in this case is the best. It's more effective, like whatever psychology stuff. I can see that, you can see it how affect to the people who do Reiki, to the people who are years in the consulta, and then they go Reiki, and there is, I know that is never is substitution Reiki for a treatment for the health, like if you take medicament, you continue to take
Yes.
medicament, whatever it
Hmm.
is, that is another stuff.
Yeah.
But I may speak about depression, no? I speak about like some things, like, because also psychology, the word psychology come, so they come for the Latin Psico for the spirit. That means spiritual. So it's spiritual. Lo que pasa que es spiritual with like a perspective, another perspective. This is like all
More
spiritual
from
stuff.
science or
Yes,
yeah.
yes. It's another way to take it. No,
Yeah.
that's
The
how.
thing with Reiki is that nobody is like how will you say, science is not studying Reiki. So is you have to, in a way, you feel the energy, but you
Yes,
cannot prove it to your friends. Or sometimes people, you tell them, oh, why don't you do Reiki? But maybe they do, but they really don't believe, or they really don't understand what it is. Can you
yes.
explain in a few words how you can say what is Reiki, or it involves the chakras in your
Yes.
system?
So Reiki, the word of Reiki, if we go to the etymology of Reiki, Rei is universal life force, universal life force,
Mhm.
and Ki is the same to say prana or say Brahma or say like Chi, no? The Chi is like the spirit in Occidental, no? So is the energy of the universal to go to you. We bring the light, so the therapist is like a medium, okay? We take
Mhm.
this light there and we put in the person, or we put in ourselves. No, it's like we take and we give. That is like the channel. No, we channel this light. So Reiki is a healing, but healing in four levels: healing mental, healing physical, heal mental, physical, emotional, and
Mhm.
spiritual. We say there is a book from Peter Arhava who is called The Fire of Reiki. And this book speak about like the Reiki is like a fire who take out all the chagas. How is chagas in English? Like, o sea, it's like they cure all the stuff.
Yeah, right now I cannot find a word to Chagas is in Spanish,
Chagas.
but yeah,
Yeah. That so when it's something like this, it's like a hole in something.
yeah.
Reiki pass with his fire and put all again. Nice. Look, also there is now there are I know like it's not relation, but it's little relation. I was here. There is a new surgery for be young, no, all the life. So and one is like they burn the cells. They burn, no.
Oh, they burn themselves, yeah, in
Yes, they
your
burn the
face.
cells. Yes.
Hmm.
So Reiki burn also
Hmm.
inside.
Yeah, it's
So
true. When sometimes you feel the heat because the hand sometimes, well, this is when somebody is doing in person for you, right? Um, you can feel the energy, the heat right there, right? When they put it here
yes,
in your body. And yeah, it's totally real. But like you say, it's something that starts maybe in a spiritual way and then goes emotional, and you feel it physical, mental, in the four ways.
yes.
Um,
healing
Yes.
in the four ways, because we also, when we do it, the therapists, when we do it, we pray for that,
Mm-hmm.
for cure, for your healing in these four ways. So that is the important part also, like and all this stuff you learn, no, for that is so important that you learn, and you don't do an online course of Reiki for 1 hour and a half because it's not the
Yes.
same, you are not
That it's
yeah,
true because it's for example, the times that people done Reiki to me, I always make sure that they knew what they were doing. And how I knew it is like because first of all, maybe it was a group where there was many Reiki practitioners there offering their service. In For me, it was like a Monday's morning, and it was completely free. I think people will go there to train,
yes,
and the good thing about it is that they will never ask me for my phone number. They will never call me trying to sell things. It was very, like a brotherhood, like very spiritual, but it was not something, they were there to give, and us, we were there to receive, right? But
exactly,
at the
yes,
same time, we were also giving to them because a practitioner needs to practice. You can practice
yes.
on yourself, but it's really nice also to practice on other people.
Yes, and it's
And
part of the four pillars of Reiki. It's for
mhm,
that we do this practice, because in the four pillars of Reiki, one part is like give Reiki and another is receive Reiki. So it's important, like you must also receive for the another practitioner. For that, we do these circles of Reiki, but that is
mhm.
after the second level. In the first level, you treat yourself, it's
Oh,
self-treatment.
yeah, I wanted to ask you about the levels.
Yes.
So we can talk about level one and then level two. And then something before I forget. Always people need to know, right? Are you giving Reiki to them? They have to accept, right?
Exactly, exactly.
Hmm.
Yes, well done.
It's not like
Um,
something that you can go and say, "Oh, I'm gonna give Reiki to everybody." No, those people,
no,
everybody needs
no,
to know that you're giving. They have to say yes.
they must say yes. If they don't say yes, you cannot give. There is one clausule, there is one thing like we also learn, like you can ask to the superior being, okay?
To their higher self.
Yes, but that is like when you are in the third level, you can ask,
Hmm.
like,
Yeah.
but the best is like, don't do that. The best is like,
Hmm.
do it direct. It's
Yes.
true, like, y- I was do it. I was do it. I was asked to the superior being and I do it. And they say yes, but was very painful then after. So it's like it's not so easy when you are not have the conscience being. It's not the
Hmm.
same. You can
Yes.
you help, but it's a little difficult. The best is direct ask to the person you have in front. You say you want to recite Reiki, the person say okay, okay, then you send. And also there is, because you have the two, like before we start, we do a sendun. No, we do a sendun Reiki, sendun a little energy of Reiki. That is one
Hmm.
step, sendun Reiki. Another thing is make a treatment. When you make a treatment, you like we put in another stuff. It's like half an hour, but it's 1 hour in fact, and you recite Reiki like a treatment. It's like
Yes.
another stuff. One thing is like energy. What we say first, we put good energy. We are more fresh. We feel better. Okay, and the another stuff is like we can cure. We start to cure something when we do a treatment. Distance
Hmm.
treatment, because you can do like what we do it before was a sendun in the distance.
Yes.
But you can do also a treatment in the distance.
Hmm. And when
And
you do a treatment, you don't know how long it could take. It could be like you will say that the person that you're giving Reiki to them once a week, or
no, in
yeah.
Reiki in general, you do all together. When you start, so we start now, for example, today night, I send you Reiki. We make
Mhm.
start with the treatment. Tomorrow we do it again. Past tomorrow we do it again, and then we'll see, because the first day is the worst in a way, because you see. You do also like a biosem, we call, like a scaneado of the person. Then you know where is the problem.
Oh,
If the
you
person,
scan.
yes, you
Hmm.
scan.
And
You
what do
scan the person.
you see like in their, you can feel in their energy, in their chakras, or
Yes, you scan the person in the distance. No, you have some methods, tools for doing that. So you know in what part of the body the person had disequilibrio, no, the unbalance,
unbalanced? It's unbalanced.
unbalance,
Yeah.
unbalance. Yes, or sometimes also the person have a lot of angustia. Is no anxiety, oder?
Anxiety or yeah.
Anxiety, yes. So sometimes you cry and cry and cry and cry, and that's you also do it in distance, It's
Hmm.
because so after that, the second day always is better. Then the third day you must to prove you never know, because it's like how fast it's going very fast, but you must to like see how that's going.
Yeah, and you kind of have to tell people, right? Like, oh, maybe you will feel the next day you will cry or you won't feel that well because sometimes people get scared, right? Like, oh my God, what is going on? And then they stop doing it. They don't want, because they feel, and I think it's like in every type of therapy or even exercise. You never exercise, you go to the gym once, the next day, every muscle is going to hurt.
Yes,
So uh, it's good for people to know that they might be crying a lot or feeling uneasy even in their body or feel some sort of pain or I don't know. It happened to me once that I felt really bad the same night. I was like throwing out, and I knew it was the Reiki.
yes.
And I was
That
happy because I say, wow, maybe this stress that was in my body, who knows what would have happened if I wouldn't take it that day, right? Like it's
of
something that gets
course
stuck there, that energy.
is the best. If you are taking out the stuff, is you are making a depuration. You are depuration. Your body need to depuration, so they use the channels for depuration. That is the best. When you can express the body, express themselves. So this like snell, quickly a cure, quickly healing. Like in the moment.
Yes,
Yes, that is wonderful. Yes, we always say to when we treatment a person, we always say what can happen. That is part of the treatment. That can happen. That can happen. But the good part of Reiki is like you can feel very bad in a moment, but then you feel very good. So after
mhm,
you draw away what you have, then you feel very good. You feel like more power, more light, with more energy. No, that's
yeah,
something like this. That's make. Yes, we was talking about the course, about what you see in the first course. No,
yes, and the
yes,
level one.
in
Hmm.
the level one. Yes, in the level one, you treat yourself, as I told you, but you don't see the symbols. So Reiki hides symbols, okay?
Hmm.
We use symbols, but these symbols we use in the second level. In the first level, we don't use any symbol. We just work with the energy,
And you use it for yourself.
and you use for yourself. So yourself, you start to treat yourself. You learn the positions. The positions, in fact, that are important. You say they put here in the septimo chakra, no, in the seventh
Yeah,
chakra, they put you
mhm,
the energy.
like the
In
crown
fact,
chakra. Yeah.
the crown chakra, exactly. In fact, you can put whatever place Reiki. We say, no, the practitioners, we say Reiki know where they must to go. We don't must to say go here, go there. We don't say nothing. We just put the energy, and Reiki is intelligence, um, light force that know where must to go and what must to
Uh-huh.
do. But
Yeah.
sometimes, like it's like that is how, like in general, no, like you must to know the law, and then you can do whatever. But first you must to know the law. So first you must to know where are the positions. For example, this position here, no, the first where we start in general in the eyes, is a very important part because you have a lot of neurologic points here, in all this area. So it's important to start in this part because then you open yourself, it's like it's something about yourself, how you open for the Reiki can enter. For that also sometimes it's better the Reiki, distant Reiki than Reiki in the place, because for some people it's more easy to open in the distance, more with more age. Like a lot of young people, ask you, make me Reiki. They are more open for receive Reiki. But when the people take age, they start to be more close, so there is more difficult for them to open to Reiki, you know. So
Yeah,
distant
because
Reiki, yeah,
no,
distant
no,
Reiki
yeah,
is the
because the older you are, more things you have, more beliefs. And I mean, some
yes,
people know they're natural, but I also heard one time that you kind of wake up every 7 years. You had like a chance to start your spiritual
growing.
journey,
Uh-huh.
growing. Like, so, sometimes people, when they get close to certain ages, like I think it's 42 and then 49, and, like that's when you might
The
feel more
cycles.
open to receive it, yeah, or maybe to learn. In this case, it's time to, for some people, it's going to be time to take their levels and
Yes.
become Reiki practitioner.
Yes. Yes, I think it's very important that you feel, and that's happen a lot. What you say, like the persons sometimes like they learn one level, first level now, and you have 21 days. Okay, a first level finish. So first levels start when you ask for them. So when you ask
Mm-hmm.
to the person, to inscribe in the course or start to do the stuff, you start already. So the light start in your
Since
life.
the day you say I'm gonna take the classes, that's when it starts. And
This
you had
start.
21 days.
No, no. Then start like the light to come to you. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Then you make the course. You learn all the stuff. Like first level, you learn what is the story of Reiki, what's Reiki for, what are the chakras, all the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like the technical stuff you learn. Okay, for know what you are talking about. Like Reiki is infinite love. So you learn all the definition of Reiki and the history of Reiki. Then you have 21 days. So you finish, you have the initiation. That is very, very important. The initiation must to be personal. We talked about this before. Now the importance of the personal initiation. So that is a legacy. Come from the teacher from Mikao Sui, pass to Trujillo, me with the Japanese zero, passed to a man who they say they was the Batman of like the cowboy of the
Uh,
of the,
it
because
did,
he take the Reiki, and then he opened from Mikao Sui. He was not in the same line of Mikao Sui.
oh, so because it's the lineage, right? The
Yes,
different
he's the
lineages
lineage,
already.
Chihiro. Yes, then passed to Takata. Takata was the woman who bring to Occident the Reiki. She
Yeah,
was
I
have a
heard
very
about
bad
her.
stuff, and then she went to Japan for 4 months, and there was curation. She was healing, like, and she was having something very horrible. So the thing, like, she was curation, then she was, because she was American inside, she was from United States inside, she was know how to put the system, and sell it. So in Japan, the master say when you are initiate for do the second level. So when you are initiate for do the first, when you are initiate for do the second, and then they see if you are prepared for be a teacher. Okay,
Yes,
that
because
is the
I heard
normal.
like now where I used to go for Mondays for the circle, for the third level, it was uh, it was much longer, and and you have to be radio. I don't know how was. That's why I never took the classes. I always felt I didn't have the time, or but um, so you have to be ready for to become a teacher. That's true because you keep giving that information. You have to be true to what it is because this is
Exactly.
an information Reiki was. Uh, I think I heard that I don't know if it's true that it was like dormant for many years until they found it again, and it's
What
coming
what?
from Japan, right? Like like this information about Reiki, it was like for many years. Let's say I don't know how many years. Let's say 300 or 400 years. Like Reiki existed, then nobody was practicing Reiki, and then it become again discovered. Like somebody, I don't know if
Mm.
it's like that.
That is another. There is another version. There are different versions. Okay,
Oh,
how was
okay.
the original of Reiki? The thing is like this version is the same version that's Takato, Hatako Takata, the woman who was from Hawaii. She was say Reiki was before of Mikao Sui in Sanskrito. In Sanskrito, there was
Mm-hmm.
some stuff in Sanskrito, and Mikao Sui was rediscovered this.
Yes.
The thing is like when Ludwig, Walter Ludwig from Deutschland, and Peter Arjava from Deutschland, and the guy who was Fun Karuna Reiki, who is from United States, that is William Lee Rand, they was make this book, The Spirit of Reiki. They was make a very deep uh, investigation research about the origin of Reiki, how who is Takato, who was Usui, because Takato, this woman was say a lot of lies, a lot. Like she was say like Mikao Sui was a Catholic and he was a professor in Universal of Chicago. So she was invent a lot. They was asked, to the Chicago University, to the tan, and they say we don't know any Mikao Sui here, never was registered, So and he never was Catholic, he was a Buddhistic monk. But in that time, in the time like was Takato, was necessary because that was the moment of the war. United States and Japan was in war. So if she goes and say to United States, this monk, and he's like the people say, I don't care, I don't want any relation with him, no? Like it's normal, like the people was like stop this connection. So all the
Yes.
lie she was saying, in fact, was good for
It
this
helped
presentation.
Reiki in a way.
Yes. To was yeah was how was the like the negative part help to the positive part. But this part she also say he was like discover this Sanskrit stuff. But when they look for this, they was not found nothing in relation with that. So that is not proof that exists
Mhm.
Reiki before of Mikao Sui. That is the stuff. So there is not material proof about that. Can be because there is a lot of information in Sagrito, and we know Sagrito is very, very powerful, and also is the spirit, is the word of God. So can be. I don't say it's not be. I only say
Yes.
there is not proof about that.
There is
But
no proof. Yes. Uh-huh. And well,
yeah,
Usui is no longer with us. So.
yeah, we don't know more than that. But what we know of Mikao Usui, because also it's very recently, things like Mikao Usui
Mm-hmm.
was in 1922
Mm-hmm.
when he has
Yes.
his Satori, Satori is illumination, enlightenment in
Uh, he can like okay. Maybe
Satori.
he received the information and.
Yes, and also can be, he the so the history is like he went to the Monte Kurama, one like Moses go to the Mount Sinai, and then Mikao Soi was the Monte Kurama, and he was there 21 days. For that, we do these 21 days.
For
He was
level one.
praying for 11 wall, praying, singing, and try to enlighten himself and with the water, in his chakra corona crown chakra. He was like make water there, and then he was have this enlightenment. But we can easily think also if he was having these Sanskrit mantras, he repeat, and then can Reiki. That can be also. We don't know. But we know is like you need the initiation, You need to have this initiation for this enlightenment that he was have passed to you. And this initiation cannot be here, like I send initiation to you and you going to receive. I don't think so that's going, it's like,
Yeah, even some people say yes, it's okay. There is the other side that the people that say that practice Reiki that believe and they say it has to be in person, that you have to be initiated in person.
yes, yes, I think
Yeah,
yes, because he
I
was
do
doing it
think
that
so
way.
too. Uh huh. Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, it's
Yes,
something that you have to. Plus, I don't think it has to be if you decide to do it in person, it's because it's the right time for you.
yes,
Even though
also.
it's available for everybody, you have to be ready.
Exactly. You must to be ready, and that is the another point. I was not finished to say that yes, some people make the first level, and then after
Mhm.
5 years, 10, 12, 20, make the second level.
And
Like,
it's okay.
and it's okay because the difference with the Zen. How is the name of what you did it before? Zen,
The
method of
same
Zen.
same method, yeah, method of same, but they were
Yes,
completely different because um, first of all, it was like we have to take classes. They were completely free. You cannot charge any money.
yes,
They also treat the chakras, but they like the first level is like similar to Reiki. You can treat yourself, or maybe if you have kids, you can treat your kids. And then the second level, you can treat strangers or people that you don't know. But we took classes for like a week, and then they initiate you, and at that time, I'm talking about 20 years ago, they were talking already about like you could be if it was better if you were vegetarian and this, not, and then the third level you could get it only by the teacher because the teacher at the time was alive, but he died right before the tsunamis in Thailand because he was from Thailand
yeah.
and they never found somebody to replace him. So at the time when I did it, I never had a chance to do the third level. I never got it, and nobody has the third level anymore. Just those. My mother did it, and but you have to meditate every day. If you don't meditate, at least you have to meditate 5 or 10 minutes, and your mind has to be blank. Think about nothing but if you don't meditate for one day, then they say you lose those levels, unless you are in the third level. So no, it's similar to Reiki, but different. But I think it's coming from the teacher was from Thailand, but I
Uh-huh.
think they're still looking for the
The
master
search,
teacher,
the
right?
master teacher. Yeah.
Yeah, they never found it. They say someone from Spain was a woman. They were looking. But it's not I think the Zen method, like you say, who promoted Reiki was,
Takato.
you say Takato?
Takata.
Or
Takata. Takata.
Takato was a very good seller of Reiki.
Yeah.
So I think that's why Reiki got so more well known around the world and other methods no, because, you
But
know,
but the two also, there is another stuff in Reiki. You one time your channel is open is for always open, never close. So
yes, yes.
that's is a
Yeah,
different
another
because
Reiki, they don't ask you that you have to meditate every day, and yes.
yes, in this not you have the first level, you go, you make the second
Yeah.
level, you go, you stop to practice, okay, and then you return to practice and it's okay. The channel is always open, you
So,
know.
in how is in then the second level?
The second level, then you learn third symbols. Okay, third symbols that are very very important, and then it's important because I also was have this confusion. I see so many symbols. If you want to investigate something about Reiki, then you start to see a lot of symbols everywhere, and you don't understand. And also, maybe you think in the first level you learn symbols, and that is not going. In the first level, you don't learn any symbol. just in the second level. And also, like you have the traditional Reiki. What is the Reiki I teach? Okay, that is the Reiki Yo. We say traditional Reiki, but in fact, it's not traditional because, as I told you, traditional is like the master say when you are prepared to make the first, the second, and in Occidental, you choose and you pay when you think. So, who decide in Occidental when is prepared? The student, not the master.
Oh, in
You know,
Asia, or you mean they decide?
they decide. So the master decide when the student can make the
Mhm.
second level or the first level, or so decide. The student can say, I want to learn this. So the masters start to have this. And also the relation between the disciple or the student and the master is very near in
Mhm.
Oriental. In Occidental, is not. You make the course and then you go to yourself because no. Also, we say in Reiki, the only master is the energy force. So because you must to start to hear yourself. Okay, you
Mhm.
hear you are doing your stuff and you say it's done, and it's done. Do this, you do. Don't do this, don't do. It's like something inside. Also, your hands, when I told you we make a scanning. No, I
Mhm.
scanning to you first to know where is the stuff. My hands stop in a place. I can, so if I use my logic and say, no, I must to go here, here, and here, and I move my hands and I put, then I'm intervention. That is not good. I'm just a channel. So I must to let the hands move how they must to go. So I think that is the art of Reiki. The art of Reiki, and when you are prepared is when you can hear yourself in a way, but it's not yourself. It's hear another stuff and put in practice. Then you can heal in person, but you are not healing nobody because who healing is the force. And also who healing is the person. That is the more important. The only who want to be healing is you. If you want to be healing, you going to be healing. But if you
Yeah.
don't want, know the universal life force, know the channel, nobody can do nothing. Because the only who has the decide for do it is yourself.
Mhm.
You want to have the cure. You want
Yeah,
to.
it's true, but sometimes, you know, that person is learning something from that disease or that problem that's going through. And, eventually it will heal or not, but, we don't know our times. But it helps.
Exactly.
For sure, Reiki helps. Maybe in that time it decides that, oh, I want to heal, or, and instead of being in a loop of not,
That is the loop, no? The loop is the big problem when you start in the loop and you don't know how to go out.
yeah,
So
how
I
to get
think
out. Uh-huh.
that is wonderful, Reiki, because Reiki can you take you out of the loop,
Yeah,
but you
because
must
it,
want.
it, it helps you to take the decision to be out of that loop and say, okay, I do want to get better. I am better. Because they always say you have to speak in, well, that's what I learned in present moment. Even though you still are not in your mind in that present moment healed, you have to say, I'm healed, I'm better. Because you have to see yourself in that position. But the Reiki energy will, I don't know, do you call it Reiki energy? No, you say,
the
yeah,
the sources, the
the
source, the
source
energy source.
will lead you to the right
Yes,
way, right?
she
To heal.
knows where he knows where must to be
Mhm.
cured, what must to be cured. You must to trust.
Yeah,
That
you
is
need to
another
trust.
part. It's like it's trust. You must to trust in. You must to have like clear, like you want to heal yourself, and then put it in the hands of this energy force, or you can call God also, or you can call whatever. Like you
You you
can
can be
choose name.
spiritual, but you don't need to believe in
No, you don't must to believe
anything.
in
There's no
nothing.
religion here.
There is no religion. No, no. Whatever person of whatever religion can take Reiki because Reiki is energy cure. No,
Hmm.
that is the more important part. But there is a lot of people who want to think about God, or want to think
Mhm.
about angels or guys or whatever. So it's
Yeah,
like you can choose also for
yeah, you have a
your
choice.
connections, no, how you are connection with.
Some people call it the field, the source. There are many
Yes,
ways of calling it. Yes. So let's talk about the classes that you're going to do in person and when it's going to be. It's going to be in Portugal, right?
it's going to be in Portugal in
Oh,
Lagos.
what a perfect place to learn
Yes,
to do
very
Reiki. I wish
nice.
I could be there.
Next year, Melanius,
What,
next year.
soon, very soon,
Soon.
probably. I
Yeah.
hope.
Yeah, I hope too. Like we do it in Barbaleta. It's a centrum of a woman who do it. She has this centrum, and it's a centrum for spiritual growth. So I'm very happy to do it in this centrum because also we speak with her in the future to make there these circles like you have for free. You know,
Hmm.
I talk of already. We have like say okay, we do it because it's very nice. It's nice for the community also. Then in the in the future when you're thinking in making a centrum for grow, it's nice to have Reiki there. A group of
Yes,
Reikis. It's very nice.
because
So
that energy is spread in the community.
yes, yes, that's expressing
It
the
helps the
community and
community.
bring more light in all the community. So it's very
Mhm.
nice. We have like this energy there. So we're going to do the first course is now 4th of November. 4th of
November 4th.
November.
Okay.
See, but they have 3 days to the inscription is 3 days more, and we have 2 plays more. So they must do like, how we say, they must to inscript very soon in the stuff because
Hmm.
it's like now already.
And this is
Uh,
for level 1. Okay.
that's level one. Shoden is the name of the level one. Is Shoden in
And it's going to be
Japanese.
in the morning or afternoon?
Is all the day.
All
So
day.
yes, yes,
So
the course
you
is
have to know
always.
that that day is only for Reiki time.
Yes, Reiki time. It's
Mhm.
Reiki time all the day. We learn a lot. It really like it's very intense. You say one day, but it's like intense.
You stop for
Okay.
lunch or like you
We
take a
stop,
break. Yeah.
yes, 1 hour for lunch,
Hmm.
like 12 we see after the first initiation that you have two
Hmm.
initiation in the first shoden, no, in the first level. We do two initiation and then yes, finish like 6 o'clock, something like that, with all the, all the position. We learn the position for the self treatment and also for treat another. But we learn this more for treat yourself. So it's like the focus is treat yourself, but you're going to learn everything. That is in the first. Then we have the second, is 2 and 3 of December, 2 days. Before,
2 days for level
yes,
2.
two
Okay.
days. Before I was doing in one day, and also I was learning one day, but it's too much. And it's like the first levels
Why?
is okay in one day.
Why you
It's a
gonna
lot,
blow
but
your circuits? Too much. Too much.
it's too much
Yeah.
because in fact you must to be very concentrate to do the symbols and the stuff and
Mhm.
practice, but it's nice you have a time for practice the symbol, then it's nice you have a time for practice with another person the stuff. If you do it in one day, you don't have time for that. It's not way to do all the stuff. You cannot do it. So for that, we use 2 days for the second level. And so for one level, for the 4th of November, is 21 days and a little more, and
Mhm.
we do the second level. So the person who was make the first level can make the second. It's
Okay.
not necessary how we
Not
say. It's like
necessary.
it's depend of you if you feel or not feel. But if you feel you can do it, it's like in my recommendation, like, but it's like it's my recommendation. Please take it with a lot of stuff because the first recommendation is a recommendation of yourself. Okay, you must to listen yourself how you feel. Okay, but I think it's nice when you do one and then you do the another because
Mhm.
then you have this not for treat another person. I don't say like do the another for start to, no, all for yourself because then you have the symbols and you it's not the same when you treat yourself with the symbol and without the symbols. you know it's more powerful with the symbol. You have more
Yes.
power to. So It's nice when you treat yourself 21 days without the symbols, and then you continue treat yourself with the symbols. Then like take more.
Yes. Okay. Well, that's amazing. So for everybody here to know, be ready for these days in Lagos, Portugal, and well, I
Yes,
hope.
and Pera, one
Yeah.
thing more, we're going to continue make this course. We don't have
Oh,
the
you.
dates, but we continue to make in January and also in February. We're going to do. They must to see. Here is
Yeah.
my web. They can see there the course. I must to make stuff, but we going. They can
Your
ask me.
email. Uh huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you will do it like every month.
The idea is like make one course every month for one level or another, and they can like inscribe in the course who are interested to do it. That is good. Yeah. So, Melanius,
You want to talk about something else, like more about Reiki, or I think we cover
we cover everything,
a
I
lot,
think,
right?
already. No?
And then,
Yes.
of course, if people want to keep, there's books you have online, your books, and I mean, you read the audio books and everything
Yes, that's the audiobook we have here in the
with the
channel
author.
in
Yeah.
Entre Alas y Plumas. It's
Mm-hmm.
about the spirit of Reiki. It's in Spanish, but
Mm-hmm.
it's very nice book. It's very important book for understand what Reiki is. No, it's like a wonderful book that's help you in this process of discover Reiki. No, discover what the force of Reiki. That is. Yeah. Good.
Well, thank you so much for all this information, and
Thank you,
let's keep
Melanius.
doing Reiki.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Easy late.
Thank
Danke.
you.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
my friend.
Bye bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.